What's going on, guys? It is the Pac-Man Arcade here, back with another video for you guys. And today I'm going to give you a game room tour of all the games we have in our collection as of the start of the new year, January 2026. So you come down the stairs here. We also have a lot of knickknacks and collectibles and stuff around the basement as well, which are all very awesome. And we also think that it gives more of the arcade feel, in our opinion. So I'll start with our first game here. I also want to say that in the last game room tour video I did, I had the ceiling lights off and the lighting was kind of not as good as with the ceiling lights on, so I'm going to leave it on for this game room tour video. I apologize about the lighting in the last video. So this will be the first game. This one's one of two slot machines. This one's Wicked Wheel Panda by Every. Over here we have our modern gaming setup. We usually do a Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Wii here. Next to that we have the second of our slot machines. This is Hot Stuff Diamond Blaze, also by Every. Next to that we have our claw machine. This is a Big Rig Challenge Little Giga by Elot. Over here we have the pole position cockpit. This currently has the P4 position in it by Arcade Jason, and I'll show you. It allows you to switch between original pole position 2, and pole position world, which is the Namco version of pole position. Right now it's playing the Atari version of pole position. So if you hold down the service button for a couple seconds, it'll switch games. So now it's doing pole position 2. And if you hold down the service button again for a couple seconds, now it's doing pole position world, which is the Namco version of pole position. So if I hold down the service button again, it'll go back to the original game of pole position, the Atari version. Got a Coca-Cola cooler here, which is very awesome. Alright, and then here we got our two Cabarets. First one is Omega Race. It uses the black and white vector monitor with a blue gel overlay on it to give it color. Next to that we have our Gorf Cabaret. And some of the games we did do some modifications to. We changed some stuff out, but we try to make sure that all the stuff we do is never permanent, so that we can change it back to the original if we want to. For example, the Gorf usually uses a black joystick, but we put a red one on it. This is the one that usually Satan's Hollow uses, but we put it on Gorf, but we kept the black joystick, so if we wanted to switch it back to the original black joystick, we could easily do that. So all the changes that we make to our games, we can easily undo them and put them back to the original. We try to make sure that nothing that we do to the games is permanent. So that way, if we want to put it back to the original, we easily can do that. So two things I forgot to mention. One is we installed high score save kits on all our games. They save high scores. Some of those kits also came with multi-game kits, so I'll show you those. Also, I forgot to mention this in my last game room tour video. I apologize about that. Sorry about that. One thing that we do is we like to keep the games about a foot or so apart from each other, so that way you can see the artwork on them. So I'll show you here in our row. And we like to keep the games, like I said, about a foot or so apart from each other, so that way you can see the artwork on them. So first one in our row here is Tron. And this has the high score saves multi-game kit. So hold down the player one start for a couple seconds. Let go, you can switch between Tron and Satan's Hollow. So as you can see, now it's playing Satan's Hollow, and hold down the player one start again for a couple seconds. And let go, and you can go back to Tron. So one recent thing we did is we added an LED kit to our baby pack. I'm sorry about the light glare, I apologize about that. But we did add an LED kit to our baby pack. So now it has different color lights there and on the play field. And that's baby Pac-Man. And this is our other hybrid machine. Hybrid meaning part video game, part pinball. Baby Pac-Man is one, and Granny and the Gators is our second one. This one we have not done the LED kit on it yet, but we do plan to do the multicolor LED kit on this in the future. Next to that we have an original Pac-Man machine. Also has high score saves kit and multi-game kit, so if you hold down the player one start for a couple seconds and let go, these are all the options for the games that you can do. So as you can see, these are the different games you can play on this kit. It has the original versions of the game and then the fast version, which means that Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man goes faster. So you just use player one start to pick a game, and then it loads up the game, and it saves high scores for all the games on the kit. So now it's playing Miss Pac-Man. Same thing, you hold down player one start for a couple seconds, and then you can switch it back to another game. I'll switch back to original Pac-Man. And now it's playing the original Pac-Man. Next to that we have Star Wars, and this has the Ampliphone monitor in it. So this has the high score saves and Empire Strikes Back kit in it. So if you hold down this button for a couple seconds and then this button for a couple seconds, we'll switch to the Empire Strikes Back. And then you do the same thing to switch it back to the original Star Wars. Next to that we have Xevious. And then next to that we have Space Invaders. So I'll show you the games included in this high score saves kit. Press these two buttons down to bring up the game menu. Select the games. And so I did this, press fire. Now it's doing Space Invaders Deluxe. And then same thing, you press these two, bring up the menu. You can use these to cycle through the menu, and then hit the fire button to select the game. So I'm going to put it back on original Space Invaders. And then another quick look at our row here. You can see everything else from this angle as well. So over here we have one of our two multicades. This one is Arcade Legends. So you can see it has all these games on it, and it does save high scores for all the games. Next to that we have a Wizard of War. Also has the high score save kit multi-game kit in it. This one does Wizard of War and Robbie Roto. So if you hold down the player one start for a few seconds, select Wizard of War or Robbie Roto. So now it is playing Robbie Roto. And same thing, hold down the player one start for a few seconds, bring up the menu. Use the joystick to select the game, and then press player one start to select the game. So now it's back on the original Wizard of War. Alright, and then over here is the second of our multicades. This one is the Pandora Treasure 3D. and it has 2020 games on it, 10 3D games, and then 2010 2D games, and then latest of games we've most recently played on it. This is the only machine we have that does not save the high scores, but it is still a very fun machine and we like it a lot. So that's gonna do it for the game room tour video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. We like all the games we have down here. We enjoy collecting them and we enjoy playing them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.